Friday. It's the 20. Oh no, it's the 24th. It is Christmas Eve. So we're gonna work on the talon a little bit more, like I said it would a couple days ago. If you saw the post. So we are gonna pick up where we left off last time. The streaming wasn't so good towards the end. I have no control over that. We were making a pigtail to replace a wiring section because I can't find the male end for what I'm looking for. So we're making our own. And if you hear an echo, I apologize. I tried to fix it. There's not much I can do about it. So I've tried to minimize the noise coming out of my speakers so it would not continuously echo. So we're up, running. If you have questions, comments, please feel free to interact with me. I will get to them as soon as I can. So today we are going to take this end. We're gonna go down, cut this off a little bit, splice it in, open this up here, splice in the other side, connect it, and then I'm gonna change. I may end up changing this connector to the factory one like this, but it's a brand new one, so hopefully that'll help. So let's get started then. I had an issue last time trying to figure out how to mount this. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of wiring or a piece of old clothes hanger that I have expanded and cut a piece off and make something. So, the last couple days I re-injured my back from a year ago, so I'm in a bit of pain, but we're going to do this anyways. I think what I'm going to do and I think that'll work. I may need to shorten it a little bit here. So we'll just make a U at the base here. So I'm just gonna make a piece. And I'm just gonna set the camera in it. And hopefully this works. Hopefully I can adjust it. Or compensate, I guess you could say. Yes, that's angle's good, but it might sway a little bit. Can I fix that? That's gonna be a bit of a pain. I can probably fix that with a zip tie. Couple of zip ties and this should be good. Alright, here we go with the zip ties. So I'm going to... These I can just cut off later. One, this other one. I think I know. Good. Now if I hit it, it's not so. Well, I hit the cord, it won't be as bouncy. Alright, now we get to the fun part. I think what I'm going to do is that when I do this, I'm going to replace this little piece here with something else. I need a pocket screwdriver. Where in the tarnations did I put that sucker? No. It's here. I know it is. Well, it seems like it went the wrong. Oh, here it is. So, these have little clips in here. Kind of hard with fingers alone sometimes, so I'm just gonna just one. I see why. I don't know why he did it this way. There's the other. And one more. So I'm going to take these, I'm going to set them aside and save them. Okay. And we're just going to remove. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, about the same colors. Would you look at that? Yeah, then we're just going to cut this back and pull it apart. So we're going to save this as well. Save that. Okay. Oh boy. It looks like YouTube server is not going to cooperate very well with me today. Okay. Well, I got no control over it. The server wants to be butt hurt. That is not my problem. Okay, so we're just going to cut this tape off. my head wasn't in the way, maybe you might be able to see a little bit. So I'm just cutting this tape back to expose the wires here. You can see all the previous splices from this. Which we're probably going to end up eliminating most of it. If the stream gets choppy, I'm sorry. There's not server is not quite cooperating with me. So it'll cut in and out, and the stream signal strength will be good, weak, bad. I have no control over it, so I apologize in advance. Alright, we are going to continue taking this tape off, and I'm going to get it back up in here so I think I made just enough length to do this. Yeah, just about enough length. I think what I also might do is I might leave this one alone. It's the female connector that plugs into the coil. I don't really see much wrong with it. Never mind, I am wrong. So it looks like something's not right with this connector. Yep, something's not right with this connector. It did something it was not supposed to do. So we're just going to end up replacing it, which is okay. So this one will be critical for me to remember. There it is. There's the other one. So this connector, I'm just going to splice one at a time so that these wires get in the right place here. So this far left wire matches with this far left wire on the new connector. And to be sure this is the right one, I'm just going to make sure it gets on there. Yep, it clicks, it's on. Oh, I got to get it off. So there we go. Connector we're going to replace it with. It's just basically a factory Daimler Chrysler or Mopar, whichever you want to call it. Just a Chrysler connector. Set that back over there. Lose it. If you have any questions about what I'm doing or any comments, please feel free to ask and interact with me. I won't bite the hand, so I'm friendly. I'm real friendly. So okay, so we're just going to this tape off of here. And then we're just going to peel back this loom a little bit. There we go. And there's I thought I had another box of good. Yeah, but it's used up. Okay, let's. So this is a male, and so this is why I'm replacing this connector. There's a plastic retaining piece in here, and it's broken off, and it's allowed this to move around, and it's causing a ignition coil code, and I'm not quite happy about that. So we're gonna cut these two off and splice them, which I should probably take this one, peel it back, because I've already cut into this once for something. I think it was for testing purposes many years ago, and I just never really put it back quite right. So we're just gonna fix that, and then be part of the splicing. What I might do is I might splice it back further where it's broken off down here, and I'll just put a piece of wiring loom here onto it. So we'll just use a wiring loom. This is brand new. It's never used. You can get this from Summits, Jegs, just about any auto store. And we'll just put this in here along where this sheath used to be. Okay, which end should we start with first? Male. So, here's what I'm going to do. Make the length just about the same. So what I'll do is I'll cut these off about the same. I made these connectors so that this side matches up perfectly, so I can just cut this and it'll be just fine. This other side I'm going to have to cut one at a time and splice and match it up. So if you think about it, green will be this. So green on this side will be the far side on this other connector, and then center is red, and then white is going to be this side closest to me. So that's how that's going to all end up. Alright, let's cut and splice. Cut and splice, cut and splice. I'm just going to cut these. Well, I'm going to strip these. Cut, strip, splice, repeat. So there we go. That's about as much as I need to strip off of it. If I can get the camera to. So it's about as much as I need to splice or strip off. I'm sorry, strip. Looks like I need 3 strippers. Oh god. Okay. That was a joke. Hee hee ha ha. these ones, I'm just going to cut just behind, somewhere up in here, right from where I previously soldered. And I'll just work the I'll work the old heat shrink off. This should just be easy if I don't ruin my nails doing this. Actually, I can just strip them off. If I don't get my big ass head in the way again. So I'm going to try to strip them about the same place. That one, and then this one I can just strip. There we go. Okay, soldering iron's all solder's all ready. So I'm just twisting these wires together. This makes it easier for me when I go to twist the two ends together. And of course we're going to need some heat shrink. One heat shrink. I think this light's messing with the camera. Two heat shrink. And number 3 heat shrink. Why is it so blurry? Why? I do not know why it's so blurry right now. Focus on my hand. My end is clear, but why is it so fuzzy? Can't seem to get the camera focus. It's not quite focused. Not much I can do about it. Oh, I'm gonna get that heat shrink off. That one before I start soldering. I'm just going to carefully cut into this until it opens up on its own, and then we're just going to shuck it off. Why does YouTube have to hate or dislike me so much? Why? Why does the stream have to cut in and out? Okay, for some reason, having volume issues again. Okay, I don't know if you can hear me that well, but for some reason I'm having volume issues. So I'm going to try to fix this. Give me a few minutes. I'm trying to fix some volume issues here. Maybe that might work a little bit better. Okay. There we go. So my volume control is kind of screwed up. It should be able to pick me up now. But you may get an echo. If you get an echo, I apologize. There's not. Maybe that might work a little bit better to pick me up now. But you may get an echo. If you get an echo, I apologize. There's not much more I can do. Okay, so volume should be a lot better now. Alright, now it should pick me up just fine. So let's put the camera back up. If I can get it back in where I had it. This might be a bit of a challenge. Not really. Okay, that should do. That'll do. Okay, so basically, since the volume got messed up, I'm just taking the old end off, and then we're just splicing this new one in, because this one keeps pulling out because the retaining clip is broken in it. So now we're just going to splice these together and solder. I'm going to make these, I'm going to try to make these equal length here. I need something to cut this into so it doesn't get everywhere on me. I think we'll just need that much. There. Okay. I think we'll start with green. So I've already put my heat shrink on one side, and now I'm just going to solder this together, because as with the old connector, green was the far right, or the furthest from me, which is the same on the new connector. So let's heat the soldering iron and the solder. Put a little solder on here. There we go. I need something done on me. Cardboard. That'll work. Never shot on cardboard. Yeah, this way the solder doesn't fall on the valve covering, it's stuck to it. So a little pull, that one should be good. And then we're just going to keep moving down the line. So I'm just going to tie these two together since I know where they go anyways. And then we'll just solder them in succession. Here we go. A little more solder. Okay. I hope the volume's fixed because one of my controls says if I turn it down it doesn't affect the audio output, but apparently it does. So that's what somebody was telling me, that they could barely hear with all their volume way up. So hopefully I fixed it. If not, I'll have to play with it a little more. Alright, let's heat shrink these. Now that we got them soldered together, I'm making sure there's no real pointy areas on them before I do it, because then that would make contact and rub through, and then we'd have to chase a code again. So that should be okay. So I've got the soldering in the center, and then we're just going to heat these and shrink them. Okay, there we go. So there's that one. This one will plug in from the main harness into this one, which goes to the MSD Disc 2 Plus ignition box, and then this one comes from the MSD box and then plugs into the coil. Alright, so now we're going to focus on replacing this connector, since this pin, or The female side likes to pop out. So now we're just going to replace it with... So again, we're just going to solder these and wrap it. That one might have a little issue. Put some fresh solder on. This connection, so I'm just soldering these. No control over that whatsoever. So I hope you all continue to stay with me as we work through this. I love it when we have connectivity issues. It's really not fun at all. Kind of upsets a lot of people. It really does. I need to do a little bit off that. There. There's no high or pointy spots in it. Now I can just slide it right over. I'm going to do the same thing to this one. Got a little too much solder on it and the heat shrink doesn't want to go over it. It's okay, I'll just heat shrink what I can, put tape over it. There we go. Now I got the heat shrink over it. And then we're just going to apply heat to it again, just like the others. Yeah, Puff the Magic Dragon, right? And there we go. This should be nice and we'll move on to the side then. Again, I apologize for connectivity issues. That is a control completely. So when we click up, I think what I'll do, yep, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to take some of my conduit. How much am I going to need? That I haven't broken yet. These to tee it off right about here. Which means I should probably lengthen the other one just a little bit. There's some leftover conduit. No. Oh, that's probably a good length for that other one. Okay. Pick up another day. Hopefully the stream's better. I have no control over the stream. Well, I want to say 50 minutes. It's not happy with the stream. The stream quality is really POing me. So, like I said, I'm going to end it here, and we'll pick up another day. And hopefully, YouTube gets their server connectivity issues better. Because, like I said, I have no control over it. I would like to have a flawless stream with good connection, with good video every time. But I have no control over it, so I'm just going to button this last piece up, and then I'm calling it for today, and then later we'll move on into the interior and replace the piggyback system with another system. But I got to find out information of a few wires that I have questions on, so I'm going to consult somebody with the manufacturing company. So until then, I apologize about the streaming, but like I said, I have no control over the video output. So until next time, I'll see you guys. So, I plan another stream in another day or two. Tomorrow's Christmas, so I probably won't do tomorrow. It'll probably be Monday. Streaming quality has been absolutely horrendously bad for the video quality output. I think it's server connections from YouTube. I have no control over it. I apologize, but I have no control over it. So some of the stuff you'll have to wait for the whole video to play back, or it may not have captured it at all because of the connection issues. So I'm done for today. I'll see you guys, like I said. Have a happy holidays, and we'll see you Monday. More than likely Monday, because today's Saturday, it's Christmas Eve. So have a good one, everyone.